welcome to another Sculpt Lower, primarily for your home use. Today we're going to go over some deadlifting. You'll notice I'm starting with a kettlebell. I'm going to be going through kettlebell, then a deadlift. What I want you to see here is my positions. So I'm trying to keep my back straight. I'm keeping my toes pointed forward. I'm trying not to bend my knees too much, creating a vertical shin. You really want to drop that kettlebell or dumbbell to the middle of your feet. You don't want to get it too far out in front. If you're using a barbell, you can keep it out in front, but everything else should be as close to the body as possible. Okay, we're going into a hip flexor isometric hold. Half kneeling position. I want you to flex your quad as hard as you can. Right here I'll transition to another position. You'll see that I'm using something to hold myself up, simply just an isometric contraction in that half kneeling position. Now going into the Cossack squats, I want you to make sure that leaning left to right, we're able to keep our chest up as high as we can. We're not letting our hips go past our feet, meaning that you have to be fairly wide in order to do that. You'll see here that I'm keeping both heels on the ground, and really you have to be careful about your groin so we don't do this too fast, but we still want to hit as much and as full range of motion that we possibly can hit. Alright, we're going to start this with a 15-second single leg hold, then another 15-second single leg hold. We're going into 30 seconds of frog pumps. Then we're going to go and transition quickly into another glute bridge hold, and that's it for this. Okay, here we're going to go into a an RDL, single leg RDL. If you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can do this like a cross body single leg RDL. And then we're going to go into a single leg reverse lunge. If you had weight, you would hold this like a goblet or in the front rack. Then I'm going to alternate to the other leg. Balance is key here. Trying to keep that big toe down and keeping that knee tracing over the foot is important. You'll see my knee kind of caves in right here, so just be mindful of that. You can use your back leg as a kickstand on that single leg RDL. And then we come down, a reverse lunge, and then pop back up. Alright, curtsy lunges with a high knee. Right here I'm doing a curtsy squat, if you watch my knee, there's the high knee, but if you watch the planted knee, keep that big toe down for balance. But when we're going down, we have to keep our knee in line with our foot. If it caves in, if your kneecap faces in towards your body, it can tear up your ACL. So we want to really be mindful of where that knee is for each one of those reps. It's great. This is a great movement for your butt and outside of the hips, but just make sure that we're hitting that just right. Okay, final two movements are going to be a goblet good morning. Same as the deadlift. Let's try to keep the back straight, keep the shins vertical, extend the hip at the top. If you don't have weight, that's okay. Just slow the reps down. Then we'll go and transition to a cyclist squat, heels elevated, not getting full depth, trying to keep that chest up. This is just for your quads. Without load, it's still good.